on the rock. You can fight your pains while standing on the rock. You can fight your situations while standing on the rock. And when you're standing on the rock in a weary land, that lets you know that God's on your side. You can conquer this pit. You can conquer this pain. You can conquer this depression. You can conquer your procrastination. You are standing on a rock. But the verse also says that he's establishing your goings, that I'm standing, but you're also stepping. I'm moving on from pit life. I'm tired of staying in this misery and this mess. I'm tired of staying in this state of mind, but I'm pressing on the upward way. New heights I'm gaining every day, because you will come out of this pit. Let me pray with you. Dear Lord, thank you for my breath in my lungs and the mercy in this moment. You have held me, carried me, kept me, and for that my soul gives you praise. More than answers, I need your nearness. More than blessings, I need to crave your touch. I want your presence to fall like rain, filling every space within me. Amen. Thank y'all for joining. I hope to see you next week if God says the same. Grace and peace.
Yay, Monday motivation. Dr. Fight, question for you. How do you choose your Monday motivations? What motivates those?
So, transparent moment. It's like I record 4 of them at a time. So I'll probably start with the prayer and write, and then figure out a text and scripture and say something within a minute or minute 30 seconds. In that, and then hit the record button, and I'll record like 4 of them at a time.
Okay. Well, he said, what you said when you standing on the rock, you hit rock bottom, so the only way to go is up.
Hey, sometimes the blessing in hitting rock bottom is finding out that there is a rock at the bottom,
I like that one.
and he is a rock in a weary land.
All right. And we in some rocks right about now. Ooh, wait. Okay. So before we get started, I have to say that people have been tuning in and watching us. I told Brandon last week. So first off, viewership went up from on YouTube. I don't even watch YouTube that much. Sorry, y'all. But we're always recording on YouTube, and so I think a month ago we were like at 3,000 and something. Well, then we just got our things. Now we're like at 5,000. That's in less than a month. So thank you, YouTube. So those views are going up on YouTube. So I appreciate that. All right. All right. Now let's get into where do I start here today? Okay, Dr. Fight, you since the whole shutdown, I haven't really got much of your thoughts on the shutdown. So now that there's this so-called um, bill that might be in play, what are your thoughts on that? Because today has been crazy. Gavin Newsom has called the Dems that supported called them pathetic. And most of the Dems are not supporting of this bill. I'm actually not either. I'm like, you know what? People still got to fight. They want to fight for. Why are they doing this now? Why is happening now? I mean, basically what they said was that the outgoing, they picked the outgoing ones or the ones that's going to retire. They're making them take the majority of the heat, so they can get this bill in working or something. So your thoughts on that one? I just think I keep saying his thoughts, but at this point, I think Chucky got to go. Chuck Schumer got to go because I disagree with that because you took you closed the government because of the attacks on the Affordable Care Act for it. So what are we doing now with what is this? What are we doing?
So I'm trying to figure out what's your question.
My question is, do you agree with where we are now with the Democrats with the 8 voting with the Republicans, or do you think they should not have moved forward?
The whole thing is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous to me.
What difference does it make? First of all, the Republicans control the Supreme Court,
Uh-huh.
Congress, and the executive branch. They control all 3 branches of government
Uh-huh.
and can't pass a budget. What difference does it make if the Democrats vote against them or with them? They still got a majority.
and can't pass nothing.
This shutdown ain't got nothing to do with the Democrats. Y'all can listen to the media all you want to. The numbers say something different. Let's do some simple math. Let's just do some very simple math.
I do simple math I do simple math all the time because they up there. This is my thing. When they were talking about the SNAP benefits, somebody came out and said, the 42 million that's on SNAP, 78% are white, and I think they said like 20 some percent are black. But my whole thing was, this is my thing. How is 78% white people on SNAP, but we're gonna make this 100% black problem?
Good question. Good question.
Because I can tell you, since the shutdown, I've been to the grocery store, and I can tell you, we're still in the grocery store buying food.
We, as meaning black folks.
Let's just do some simple math. All right, Congress makes up the House of Representatives and the Senate. The Senate is easier number, so let's just start with the Senate. The Senate, every single state in the Senate gets 2 senators per state, regardless of your size, regardless of anything. Every single state gets 2 senators. That is 50 states, ladies and gentlemen. That means there are 2 times 50. That's 100 senators. Out of the 100 senators, there are 53 Republicans in the Senate. Now you cross over to the House of Representatives. That is broken down by the size of your state. So depending on the size of your state determines how many representatives you get to send. There are 435 House of Representatives in the federal government. Out of that, the Republicans have 219 of them. Out of the 435, Democrats have 213 of them. There are 3 basically vacant seats right now as we speak. So if all of the Republicans vote together from the House and the Senate, they have a majority vote by math. So whatever budget that is put to the floor, they automatically have a majority to pass that said budget, even if everybody vote on party lines. Now, this shutdown has absolutely nothing to do with Democrats. It's Republicans pointing at Democrats saying that we can't pass a budget because they won't help us pass it. Well, the problem is, ma'am and sirs, is that is not how math works. You need a simple majority to pass the budget. In order to veto it, you need more than a simple majority. And that is a econ lesson and a civics lesson for every person who it may have been 40 years since you took civics in high school, but I'm telling you right now, the Republicans can vote together. The problem that Republicans have are other Republicans. And instead of saying that, they want to blame the Democrats. Democrats can vote on their party lines. You don't need them to pass a budget. You need 51 votes. You got 53. And you can't even get that from your own Republican.
I thought they needed 60 in the Senate to pass the bill. They needed 60.
Not
Because you get out the House.
Not necessarily, because when they passed that one big stupid bill or whatever, they voted on party lines.
Yeah, but they're saying that they have to have 60 in the Senate to pass this bill. Because this bill's got to go back to the floor. So they said they did a procedural vote. Then the bill has to go back to the House. And then if they pass it in the House, then it has to go back to the Senate. But they still need that 60. That's why those 8 Democrats joined with them.
No. According to the Constitution.
I know when they did the other bill, that was just strictly party lines, because all Democrats in the House and the Senate said no. That was just on party lines. I don't know if it's for something else that they need 60, but I know for
that's what they said. Now they need 60 in the Senate. That's what the number is, which is why they said the 8 voted with the Republicans.
Listen. We're confusing different parts of the Constitution. You need 51 votes. 51% of the votes in the House of Representatives. You need 51 votes in the Senate. You need 60 votes in order to overcome a filibuster on most of the bills.
And so that's where the argument comes in with the whole filibuster. That's why Trump wants to get rid of the filibuster and just be able to put these laws or whatever, or pass these bills without having a filibuster. That's what
the only way to get rid of a filibuster is by a vote on the rule by the House and the Senate.
A vote on the rule by the House and the Senate.
You can't change the Constitution unless there is a bill to change the Constitution. And the same rule that you're trying to change will go into effect for that said bill. So if you want to change the filibuster bill, you need 60 votes for that filibuster bill in the Senate in order to not enact the filibuster. See, this is the issue. The 53 votes you should be able to get. They're concerned that the Democrats are going to filibuster. Well, the problem you have here is, have we even seen a bill? Have we even seen a budget?
Well, not since the shutdown, I guess. Not since, yeah. So I guess is that why Representative Thune had come out and he said he wanted to scrap the whole big beautiful bill thing and said start over because that bill is dead in the water. That's basically
nothing beautiful about that bill.
Well, I'm just repeating what they said. Trump said, but so that's why I said Thune said just scrap it because it's dead in the water. It's not going anywhere. So that's why they're trying to revamp a bill. So now the thing is so everybody's up in arms because they said they pissed off because the 8 Democrats they said should not have joined in on this procedural vote. That's the filibuster you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So they're ticked off about that. I'm just saying because we need to understand as we're listening to this, we need to understand what's what. Because you talk about the procedural vote, then the procedural vote, it all because people say, well, it's automatically going to get pushed through now. Is that true or not true?
I don't think it's true. It's not going to get pushed through because this is the thing. Republicans are trying to put Democrats in a corner with SNAP benefits. The problem, though, that Republicans have is in these governor and mayoral elections, most of them have changed parties because the state of this is the problem with politics, period. And I'm just both for Democrats and Republicans. Listen to me clearly. When Republicans and Democrats get in office, they go too far. They go in time. When Democrats get elected, they go way too liberal. And it makes everybody upset. So then the next term of elections, they vote conservative with Republicans. But then Republicans go way too conservative. And so then they switch back and say, hey, let's give these guys a try again. And then they go when Obama got in office, they went too liberal. They start giving gays and lesbians right to get married and being able to be put on their benefits. They went way too liberal. So then the next election season came around, what they did, they voted for Republicans to stop all of this stuff because evangelical Christians and everybody else was like, this is bananas. And we voted for you because we thought it was going to get common sense reform. But then you went way too liberal for the church folk. And then they went back and started voting for Republicans. And then when they got Republicans lost their everlasting mind. And then they went way too conservative. You want to get rid of social programming. You want to get rid of SNAP benefits. You want to get rid of everything else. So what did they do after Donald Trump? They didn't give him a second term. They went back to the Democrats. Well, then, Joe, all of this you said about Trump, about the mere fact the tariffs are this, tariffs are that, you didn't stop one tariff when you was in president for 4 years. You didn't reverse not one of them. and prices continue to skyrocket. Gas got over $3 a gallon. Eggs got to be about what, $6 a carton. Like, I mean, we're looking at inflation happen right before our eyes. Now, you make a very valid point that this inflation started and began under Trump. It did, but you did nothing to reverse it. So what did they do in this next election? They went back. And now SNAP and social program is all getting cut and trying to figure out a way to fund it again. And he's taking the money and putting almost a $300 million ballroom in his name. You listen, let me tell you something. Listen to me. I'm about to buy my third house. You don't put an extension on a house to leave. Like, you want to stay a while to enjoy the renovations that you put on the house. Mm-hmm. Trump don't plan on going nowhere. He plan on staying at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That's why he spent almost $300 million on a house. He ain't trying to go nowhere.
Well, I don't think that's news to anyone. We know that's his plan. But you know what they say with people who make plans. So there you go.
When they make plans, God.
When they make plans, right? Exactly. Yeah. God laughs, right? Exactly. So yeah. So he can make all the plans he wants. So okay. But my issue is that I have with the Supreme Court. I'm not. First of all, I don't understand why Ketanji Brown Jackson. I don't understand why she paused. I guess against him for the SNAP benefits.
She just sent it back to
she sent it back to the lower courts. Okay. I guess you want to say she did the right thing there. Oh, okay. I guess. But my point is that he acts like the taxpayer dollars is his own personal income. Is that he can allocate the money the way he chooses to when it's not him, because Lord knows we know he don't pay taxes. He never paid taxes. He go bankrupt before he pay a tax. So it's you know.
That man has had all the, as long as I've been on this earth.
So I'm not understanding U.S. politics debate. Oh, comment. Oh God, who commented my views? U.S. politics debate filibuster comment your views. Oh, okay. What? Okay, I have to check that out. So I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why the Senate, why nobody's holding responsible, because they are the Senate. They are Republicans. They're not going to hold responsible for anything. I just think it's outrageous, and I hope whatever this bill is, they do not pass the bill. That's my point. I hope they don't pass the bill. I think it's ludicrous. I mean, what is the point of having a shutdown if you're not going to even address the issues, which is medical coverage and subsidies for other people? What is the point of having a shutdown? Because that's what it was all about. That's what you all told us it was about. So to not even address that, I think it's irresponsible. Completely irresponsible. I just do. All right. Dr. Fight, why Dr. Fight?
You say what?
I hear you. Am I hearing in the background?
You hear the background? Oh, hold on. Let me close my door. My door is open. My kids. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Oh, there we go.
I had the door open so I can hear what was going on.
Oh, he had watched the chickies.
Yeah, I want to make sure them kids don't be going, terrorizing my house. You know what I'm saying?
That's why look at you. Okay, so when we came on, Tony, we were listening to Tony Braxton. Tony Braxton is going on tour with Boys to Men and New Edition. Who thinks that's going to be a good tour? Dr. Fike, don't shake your head. I think it's going to be a great tour. I mean, out of all of the singers, let me see. Tony does her thing, but Boys to Men, they're real singers. New Edition, I like the performance aspect of New Edition, but let's see, Johnny is the best singer out the entire New Edition group. But I'm glad to see them going on tour. All these 60-year-old people, hey, doing their thing. They're doing their thing. And when they come around to the Shine, I want to go see them. That's gonna be a good call. That's why don't shake your head no. Don't shake your head no. Why you shaking your head no, Brand? Don't you want to see Tony Braxton, New Kids, not New Kids on the Block, New Edition, and a Boyz II Men in concert? I think it's gonna be a great. I think it'll be a great show.
It's gonna be a nice show, but okay, we're gonna see Boyz II Men singing the same songs they've been singing.
Well, they should be the openers. We want Boyz II Men to be the opener because they got about 5 good songs that we all. Yeah.
Tony Braxton, she gonna be half naked at almost 60.
Well, that's true.
And then you got New Edition. Like, I mean, it's a concert, but it ain't something I got to drop.
But I think it's gonna be a good show. I think it's gonna be a good show. I mean, it's something that I probably want to go see, or people my age that want to go see, because we grew up with New Edition, so we grew up on. So that's gonna be a good show.
I'm just saying, can they make it a little different? Like, do something.
Like what?
Can Tony put on some clothes?
Tony Braxton is not gonna put on any clothes. Okay. Tony's like, I'm 60. I'm feeling myself. I look good. I'm not.
Apparently, that's a hereditary trait because don't nobody in that family put on clothes.
Who didn't put on any clothes?
Did you see Tawanda's wedding?
Oh, with the slit up the leg, all the dresses out.
The slit up the leg, Tony, I think she was basically nude in her dress. I'm just saying.
Well, that's the Braxton sisters, okay?
But they have more drama than any people I know. They got the reality show they're doing, right?
Uh-huh.
And so the last episode, now everybody's mad at Tamar. I guess they sent like a cease to Tamar. I guess she was doing this interview, but she put Tawanda out there talking about, I guess Tawanda had her credit card on file paying her bill, her phone bill.
What?
Yeah.
Who was paying who? What?
So
Tawanda was paying whose phone bill?
No, Tamar had gave Tawanda her credit card to get a new cell phone. And what Tawanda did was she kept Tamar's credit card on file to pay her phone bill for her and her whole family.
Oh wow.
After, mind you, Tamar gave her $30,000 to put for down payment for her new house.
I'm trying to figure out why Tawanda don't have any money.
Cause I guess Tracy said about her year ago, Tracy, before she called it, said she was a snake.
Tawanda?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, young. Okay, Dr. Fight, come on, jump on in there. Them Braxton. I always thought that was a little phony anyway. When they talk about this whole sisterhood thing, that gets on my nerves. And I think Tracy, before she died, she bust that wide open. She was like, "Yeah, no, that's and that's okay. You don't get along with your siblings all the time. It's okay. You don't have to pretend for a show. I mean, I don't get along with my older sister all the time either because she get on my nerve. But that's a given.
But she won't be invited.
That's why. Come on, put your thoughts in there.
Don't nobody want to see this. I'm sorry. Listen, I get it. I get it. New Edition 1978. Tony Braxton is 58 years old. I mean, I get it. I get it that, middle-aged America, Black middle-aged America, this is nostalgia for us. But nobody wants to see a 58-year-old woman in leotards and got old knees. Like okay, granted, she probably can sing very well. I'm not saying that her vocals will not be great. I'm not saying that she, the nostalgia of her old music is fine, but she's not going to be entertaining. I'm sorry. She's going to walk in high heels and try not to fall the whole time. Like, I mean, let's be honest.
Harshness.
This is not. Come on, and think about it. New Edition. Who going to show up to what show? The reason why this group has not reached the necessary success in the last few tours that they've had, they've stopped in the middle of the tour dates. Why? Is because somebody on drugs, somebody didn't show up to a show, somebody got drunk, somebody got arrested in the last city. Like, let's just be honest. This is a design destruction waiting to happen. And we keep on buying into this foolishness. Let it go.
There's some haters.
And 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be Bobby because Bobby gonna do something.
Bobby is still on drugs. Bobby still smoke weed and he lacing it with something. Bobby ain't clean.
Well, I always thought Bobby was just a drunk. Bobby is a
Bobby a drunk and a weed head.
Well,
what Whitney say? Crack is whack. Okay, we smoke weed laced with crack. What is the difference, Whitney? Are you high now during the interview? First you say crack is whack, then you say you smoke crack. Like what in the world, isn't it?
Ooh.
She did like crack is whack. Like what?
I know the crack is whack, but I didn't know the whole lace thing. You all are terrible. You all
I'm
are terrible.
telling you, Bobby's still smoking.
Look, I'm just saying. I saw the concert. I saw the promotion, and for me to go see a show, it has to excite me. I saw that and I was like, again, they try to tour every 2 years.
But I thought they completed the tour. Wow, I thought they completed the tour.
It does not start because they're going to be in Chicago on February 4th. And as cold as it is in February in Chicago, I definitely ain't going.
It was cold in February in Chicago. I said, I don't know about going out there.
And you talking about February 4th?
Oh my God!
I'm gonna have to have about 4 layers on.
Ooh, yeah.
Look here, no.
I'm gonna be like, take me to the door. I ain't walking across no parking lot. I ain't walking no block. I'm like, drop me at the door.
Like when John B was at the House of Blues, I got excited to see John B. For one, I had never seen John B, but John B gave a show.
But more importantly, to me, this should have always been showman stuff. I don't see them not putting on the show.
And more importantly, it was in the summer where it was warm, and I ain't got to put on 15 layers to go outside. That's the other point.
Yeah, I don't know why they doing it in February because that's cold. That's cold.
Half the country gonna be in the deep freeze during that time. Like, what are you doing?
Well, I mean,
look. If you want to go, I'll make it an early birthday gift for you. Have fun. I'm not going.
Well, I gotta find somebody to go with you now, man. I gotta go with somebody.
Get your date.
I gotta go with somebody. Let me see.
I don't know why you want to waste your time.
Well, because here, you millennial, okay? You two millennials.
Gen Xer.
We grew up on the side. So, and I love me some Tony. I love me some Tony Brown.
I ain't knocking that. I love Tony too. I ain't knocking Tony, but Tony 58.
What does her age have to do with her being able to perform? This is first of all.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Brianna just eloquently told you that the woman ain't gonna put on no clothes. How many of us want to see a 58-year-old with a bathing suit on, a 2-piece at that?
And she gonna stand there. She gonna hold the mic, and she gonna arch her legs like this so you can see her legs and her heels. Like it's the same show with Tony. And she gonna sing her same song. She gonna sing what? Breathe Again, I Love Me Some Him, and what's the? She only sang 3 of her songs.
But Tony has let's be honest. Tony has a list of hits.
She has it. She don't sing them. That's the point.
She has a list of hits. You all are so mean. I just don't know what to do.
You said a list of hits.
She has a list of hits.
Okay, Tony gonna get up there and sing "Unbreak My Heart."
That's the one I can think of.
He wasn't man enough.
And I love me some.
Just be a man about it.
And don't let it be no men at the concert because she gonna run them all out singing them songs.
You all are awful.
I'm just saying, all her songs are man bashing songs.
Well, blame it on Babyface. Babyface wrote the majority of her songs.
Okay, what she got? Another sad song.
Another sad love song. Yeah. What was the one in the movie? What was the song that she wanted to sing?
And Boomerang.
Yeah.
I will give you my heart.
I don't know if I would give.
No, that's the one she did with Babyface.
No, she did. What was the other one? That was a slow song. That was another Toni Braxton song that she did.
Give You My Heart.
That's the only one I remember she did, unless she did Unbreak My Heart. If that sounds right.
She didn't do. There was another song.
Love Should Have Brought You Home Last Night.
Yeah.
Man bashing.
You home last night. You should have been with me.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, when you do a tour, you have to make it entertaining. You know how Uncle Charlie, he has Uncle Charlie's cookout.
Absolutely.
He had Jodeci, but he had El DeBarge, Babyface, that I still want to see. When is the last time Boyz II Men has made a new album? The last time Boyz II Men,
but you know what? Be honest, the Boyz II Men, they do a good performance. They perform.
Timeless, so timeless. They ain't made no new songs since I was about 8.
You know what? Don't sleep on New Edition. Oh, you mean Boyz II Men? Oh, it's Boyz II Men. Oh yeah, you're right about Boyz II Men.
Ain't made a new song since I was at least 8.
You're right. Yeah, they have about 4 to 5 good songs, and that's about it.
From about 1990.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I might want to go see it, and then I'll give you all an update on the show. You all are some haters, the hateration.
I'm sorry. when I saw the date say February 4th, United Center, Chicago, Illinois, I was like, oh, you can miss me with that one because it's cold.
It's cold. It's definitely cold in February in Chicago.
That's. I'm not talking about just cold, like how it is cold right now. I'm talking about bone chilling cold.
Like Dr. Fight them down in North Carolina. I was wondering last night that they get some snow that we got this morning. But at 3 a.m. I said, why is it cold in this house? So at 3 a.m. our power had gone out because the wind was just that high. And I said, Brianna, and then she said, I said, because I said, well, maybe girl, I think maybe we had blown a fuse or something.
That one did.
No, Brianna said, she said, Mom, she said, the power. And I said, what you talking about? The wind was blowing when you in your house, you hear, shh, and the wind just blowing, and it was something else. And then on top of that, then you look up and we said, ooh, it's snow out there. So we had about 6 inches of snow.
6 inches of snow. Let's just say it's all just been crazy.
It's just been a crazy day.
I finally was able to go back to sleep. I did the old trick. I put the socks on, put the layers on, threw the cover over my head, sleep.
Cause you say, where do you go at 3 a.m. in the morning when the power go out? And Brianna said, she looked up and she said, oh, the power out on the whole block. I was like, oh Lord, it's gonna be an all day situation.
No.
Power not being on.
And you know how you get your alerts? They say the alerts. So the first alert was like, oh, estimated restore time 3:45 a.m. I was up at that time, none that. So I go back to sleep. I wake up late. I wake up again like 6 a.m. Then I look at they had said another alert. This one said, oh, estimated restore time 3:30 p.m. Oh no, I got to go somewhere. I'm not sitting no cold house until 3:30. Oh yeah. No.
Needless to say, by about 6:30 a.m., I think 6:30 close to 7, the power had gone. The power had come back on.
And see, that was my thing. I had a plan. I was leaving. Guys, let me leave this food in the house. And he turned the lights back on.
Well, and Brown had to go out and shovel the snow. I said, I'm not going out now. So when you get older, that's when you have children. So they go out there and shovel the snow. I'm not shoveling no snow. And then I put the baby on his car. I said, take Braden out there with you. I'm not shoveling the snow. So Braden and Brown needs to go out there and shovel the snow. Oh, I said, oh no.
And this is not like normal fluffy snow. It was because it had rained before, and then the rain froze.
Not fight with no day because they don't get all that. They don't know.
So then it's like heavy snow. And you got out there, you got to dig out the car. And you know, it's a whole lot. Thank God, a plow came down the street. I said, what's making all this?
Yeah, that's right. So I wonder if Dr. Fight them got some of that snow, but apparently they didn't get any.
Well, we wouldn't know because they shut the whole state down.
I was right. Look. I was right. They don't move when they get a dusting of snow. They shut the whole state down. Yeah, they do nothing. Yeah.
Down in Georgia, they got like a little, and they stopping school.
You would think after experiences last year that maybe they would have some shovels stacked up in the garage somewhere. They still don't have anything. But yeah, it's been crazy. So by the time Brandon got back, I said, I'm just going back to sleep about 5 a.m. So leave me alone, because I had been up all night. I said, I can't sleep when it's that cold. I said, oh no. Mm-hmm. He woke up. I said, your house is cold and it's dark. Hurry up and get and whatever you all need to fix and get it fixed, because that is ridiculous.
Look, cover my head with the thing, put the cover over. It took a minute, took about 20, 30 minutes. But
I said, why don't we have any candles? I said, I'm gonna get remind me to get some candles. I said, why do I not have any candles in the house? Now the candle to be had. I said, don't.
I don't know why you couldn't go to the kitchen. The stove was still on.
I don't know.
But I was just, and then of course I'm out there shoveling. Then everybody, for whatever reason, they wait till, okay, it's 12 o'clock, now it's all done snowing. Now they want to be out there pushing their snow into the street. Oh, yeah. After the plow has just come down. And then people get stuck.
Oh, yeah, that's a pet peeve. People, when you all shoveling the snow, can you shovel it back up on your property and not in the middle of the road? Because people who driving down the street, they get stuck.
Up there, just throwing it over their shoulder. Then everyone's like, oh, my arm hurt. I do minimal lifting when I'm shoveling. I want to know why. So I have a shovel, I push it to the sidewalk, and I go like that. I will have 3 sidewalks and done in about an hour and a half. For one, I got my daddy shoveling skills too. So.
That's been our day. But I said it cold. A cold, dark house. I said, oh no. When I woke up, I said, it's cold in here. And I said, normally I keep a light up in my room. I said, ugh. Greta said, wait a minute. I said, girl, why why is nothing on? She said, oh no, I went down for the main break. She said, it ain't that. I said, oh my God. Oh my God.
Because the first thing I got downstairs, I'm like, why is it dark down here?
Cause we trying to keep some lights on, cause
Right.
you know.
And mind you, it's like 3 something. No, it's 2 something in the morning. So you really ain't got all your faculties either. So you're like, am I tweaking?
Oh God. Oh. Yeah, cause she come back and says, I said, why you ain't back on? She said, cause I think the power we had power outage. I'm like, oh my God.
Cause I get the alerts and I'm looking, I'm like, this started. And then think back, this started at like 1:40 while we were still asleep.
When you get in your sleep, you're getting your good sleep. I said, but when you cold, I said, I will work till about 6 cold up in here and start. Something happening around here.
And, you know,
I'm gonna accuse probably my first time. I said, shit ain't right. That's what I said.
and then you look outside like, well, I could go sit in the car, but then it's like lake effect snow and wind. So I'm like, okay, that's out.
Oh my God. Okay, that's fine. There's our rant for that for the evening. So good, you ought to have any snow. I'm glad y'all didn't have any snow. Because that was and it's not even winter now, it's still fall. It's technically it's not even winter yet.
You know, and I have went out and stuff. I told the lady in the store, I'm like, they're supposed to say a white Christmas, not a white before Thanksgiving. Like, hello.
Well, they Doctor's like, what's with all the things? I like it, but what's with all the things?
Cause he ain't got the data. That's celebration.
And you know what? And the winter hasn't set in yet, so they're gonna get some snow. I'm just gonna tell y'all, you all gonna get some snow. And don't be whining when you get none either.
We are.
Yeah, you all gonna get some. It's gonna something gonna come your way.
When they gonna
We are gonna be whining when we get it.
I know. And that can be, they're not gonna move. They're gonna be those who drive gonna run into the buses and slide across the highways. It's gonna be a whole situation for them. But okay.
That's right. As a matter of fact, I just got an email from the workplace.
Uh-oh.
It's called inclement weather. I need to open it to see what. Here we go, right here.
There you go.
Let me read that.
I have never in my life.
I ain't either. I don't even know how you went back to sleep and been working because it was too cold. I said I can't go back to sleep.
Look,
It was too dang on cold.
Look, you had to turn on like that some slow music, or I was listening to Skip It, not Skip It, but Shannon and Old Show, and I drifted on back to sleep. I had to cover over my head.
Okay, well, Dr. Fight they're gonna mess with they. What time is it? Okay. We're gonna take a break and then come back and it's time for Dr. Fight. Dr. Fight is all geared up. He always has something I raise that's gonna probably make me mad.
As a matter of fact, I need to send this to Brianna. Well, no, I probably can show it here.
I think you did it already. She said she got it already.
No, I sent her what I was telling about the ballroom. That's something different than my set.
Okay, well, we're gonna play.
Oh, you can show it.
We got a couple songs, and then we got one song, and we're gonna come back and Dr. Fight settings on the couch with Dr. Fight. There you all go for trending topics. Let's go. You all been doing this? Inviting senators. Okay.
No.
Well,
There
anyway.
you go.
All
You're
right.
good.
All right, you guys, welcome back to Live Something to Talk About. We just wrapped up 2 songs, finishing up with Usher, Bad Habits. How many bad habits do you all got? Woo! And coming up is Dr. Fight segment on the couch with Dr. Fight. I never know what he's gonna have, so it's always a surprise. So I'm gonna listen right along with you all. I'm gonna follow along. Right along.
You say you gonna follow along.
Yeah, because I never know what you have in store for me. So let me just listen in. I'm listening just like you all are listening in.
All right.
Don't forget while Dr. Fight is doing his thing, you guys, if you guys are out,
let me share my screen.
share the screen. If you guys are listening here on Facebook, Instagram, or you can just say, Alexa, find KELM radio and do what you do. Okay.
Jennifer Lopez interview with
Who is it?
Oh, wait. Okay, here we go.
Hey babe. So I want your take on this Jennifer Lopez interview with Howard Stern, talking about despite all the engagements and marriages that she's had, that she doesn't feel like she's ever been loved. What do
That
you?
her exes aren't capable.
Yes.
It's always the man's fault. It's always the man's fault. This woman goes on this saying how they gave her this, they gave her that, but she just feels that they aren't capable.
Do you think you've truly been loved?
No.
No. And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back,
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable, it's that they're not capable.
they can't love.
They don't have it in them.
They have
It comes down to the selections that she's making. Now, how many times she's been married?
4.
4 times. 4 times. Go to a restaurant and you have a bad experience and you get, food poison, sick. Do you go back to that restaurant?
I do not.
You do not. That's just common sense, right? So not only is something wrong with him, something's wrong with her. All right? Now, she's tried to get into the union of marriage 4 times and it failed all 4 times, right? But they aren't capable. Why can't we? And you got to remember the type of men she's picking. This is the same woman who was in a long-term relationship with a degenerate that you've heard of by the name of P. Diddy. You date a degenerate, and God knows whoever else, but you want to talk about or put the blame on your failed marriages on your ex's inability to be capable to love you. No, she's incapable of vetting people while in the dating process to make up her mind to see with clarity that this is not the person that I need to graduate to the next level with. Don't blame the guys. People always want to blame the brothers. And brothers, we as men in today are in a place and time to where people don't want to hear what men think. You can have talking heads of women saying this about guys, and then but nobody wants to hear what we think. This is the kind of stuff that you're dealing with. You have a woman who's clearly something's wrong with her. She needs help, but she want to blame the guy.
That's fine. I'm gonna let you go with that.
Uh-oh. Let's look at this now. Jennifer Lopez. She is the subject of this conversation. Now, granted, it's taken to a broader context to talk about the dating process and all this other things. But let's just start with Jennifer Lopez. She goes on Howard Stern, and she makes a statement that she is lovable. They're just not capable.
See, and that's what I'm gonna argue that point. I have watched her, and I have watched people say certain things about her. I don't think she's all that lovable. I'm just saying, I don't think she's all that lovable. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Pardon my language, y'all. I think she's pretty much a bitch. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think the reason why she ends up with the guys that she ends up with is because she wants men that admire her. She wants to be admired. I think she's very superficial. I think it's all about her looks because let's be honest, Jennifer Lopez thought herself to be a singer. She's not a singer. She thinks herself to be an actress. I mean, she's about a B minus C actress. Not that I don't like watching some of her stuff because she's interesting to watch, but I think, and it's okay to think highly of yourself. I just think she's over the top of her stuff, and I think she keeps people like what was the man that she opened the restaurant with? What was his name? Her backup dancer. She made him.
It was Ohani.
She made him because he admired her.
Noah.
What was his name?
Or Johnny Noah.
Her backup dancer. That was his name.
I think that was his name. They got married in 97, 98.
Yeah, that might be right. Her first husband.
That was her first husband.
That was her first husband.
Oh.
She was married to Chris Judd.
Chris Judd. That's the one I think about. Chris Judd. Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at these husbands real quick.
Okay.
Johnny Noah.
Uh-huh.
Married in 1997, divorced in 1998. 1 year.
That's the backup dancer.
That's his fault.
I only know that Johnny.
Hold on, because Chris Judd got married. Now you got divorced in 98. You got remarried 3 years later in 2001 and divorced in 2003. His fault.
Okay.
Divorced in 2003, remarried again in 2004 to Mark Anthony. Your longest marriage of 10 years, and you get divorced in 2014. After you get divorced in 2014, you marry again.
She married Mark Anthony, right? That was the longest marriage.
Huh?
She was married to Mark Anthony. That was the one for 10 years, right?
That's right. 2004 to 2014.
Okay.
10 years. And then this is your longest time without being married. Now we're going to talk about the boyfriends in between that getting married, but you get married to Ben Affleck in 2022, and then you get divorced this year in 2025. And now you're saying that you're lovable, but these four men are incapable. Now, at least the last two, Mark Anthony and Ben Affleck, were already superstar and successful before you.
Right.
All right. Now, let's talk about the guy she's dated. Okay. She's got a long list of those that she has been in relationship with. All right, outside of husbands. After Ohani, whatever, she didn't get Diddy.
She dated Diddy. Oh, so she dated Diddy after Jaime.
I'm pretty sure. I think so. Diddy, I think, was 99 to 2001.
That sounds right. That sounds right about Diddy. Yeah, that sounds right.
After Diddy, she got married to Judge. She got married to Judge in June 2002.
Okay.
Right? After Judge, I think she went to Ben Affleck. They dated.
And got engaged. They got engaged.
Never got married the first time.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Right.
And then she married Mark Anthony. 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So then she gets this. This is crazy. 17 years younger than her, she gets with Casper Smart.
Oh, yeah. That was another dancer, right?
He was 17 years her junior. They dated for 2.5 years, never got married. I wonder why.
He didn't want that older woman. He didn't want her.
Because allegedly they broke up because he was paying for sex or sexting transsexual models.
I vaguely recall hearing something like that. Mm-hmm.
Right. Then after that, she falls into the loving arms in 2016 with Drake.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she dated Drake.
With Drake. And then After Drake, after 2016 breakup with Drake, the beginning of March of 2017, she ends up getting with Alex Rodriguez.
Okay, I was gonna say where did Alex fall in line with that? Okay.
And then after Alex, that's when she got back with Ben 2.0.
You know what? That's a lot of men that been playing in that. Been playing around with that. That's all.
She told my dope.
That's just I don't know what man would. Men normally don't want to know that you've been with that many other people. They usually don't want to know you've been with that many people. What's that? What's that? More than 10?
That's like 7.
And that's the 7 we know about. She didn't have other ones. And the thing is, I remember watching her on one of the talk shows, and she says she loves marriage. She just doesn't like to be alone. She said that's why she married, because she don't like to be alone.
That's obvious. I tell people all the time, if you can't be by yourself, being with somebody else ain't never gonna be good enough.
Because they're never gonna be able to fill that void, whatever void she's missing.
That's right.
They're never gonna be able to fill that void that she needs to fill that for herself.
That's right. That's absolutely correct.
And is she with somebody else right now?
I'm pretty sure she is. I just don't know who it is right now.
I don't know who it is, right? Yeah.
You with somebody. I mean, it's Jennifer Lopez we talking about. She always dating somebody.
I mean, I'm just saying, you would feel like you would get tired. I mean, of feeling used. Maybe that's what she was saying in the interview. Is that she gives, but they don't give back. So she's probably feeling used. But stop putting yourself out there to be used. That's what I'm gonna say to that question. I think she's putting herself out there to be used, and then she yells victim. I'm being mistreated. Because of course she's Jennifer Lopez, and in her mind, every man should love Jennifer Lopez, and they don't. They probably find her. She's a lot. I just think she's a lot. I think she's. Ugh. I think she's too much. Like they said when they book her for certain events, that there's a certain color M&Ms that she does not want. In her bowl. So they have to pick out. When you're that much, I can't imagine being married to you. The only reason why Mark Anthony probably made it 10 years is because he probably was on tour at times, so he wasn't home and around her all the time, and they had the kids together. And because if you notice once they got divorced, Mark Anthony went on and got married again. Why did he get married so soon? Because she's a lot. She's a lot. Yeah. I could just look at. I don't think she's a mean person. Maybe it's just that people get in that Hollywood mindset, and they think that the world is at their beck and call, and every man should be grateful. And watching Ben Affleck, she met her match with Ben. She met her match with Ben Affleck. Ben was like, "I'm not kissing your butt. I'm trying to do all the things you want me to do." And at some point, Ben said, "Enough." He said, "Enough." She went and bought this $14 million mansion that he said he didn't want. She wanted it. Yeah. So if she's trying to buy her men, maybe that's the problem too. Stop trying to buy your men. And think about meet a man that's on your level. You dated people like Casper, and then the other backup dancers. They weren't at your level. What did you expect?
I don't know why.
I just don't like the fact that she's playing the victim card. Like, I love them, but they don't love me back. No, you don't love you. You don't love you. Because how old is she? 50? What is she? 57 or something? I can't hear you. Mute yourself.
I don't know. How old is J-Lo?
At 55. At your age, J-Lo, you need to have to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, this girl, bye.
Oh, Brianna said she was 55.
Brianna,
56.
She's 56.
She turned 56 July 24th. I just looked it up.
Yeah. At your age, if you don't know who you are and the kind of being you want, here's my thing. You never should have gone back to being. That should have never happened. That should never happen. And then you might still married had you stayed with A-Rod. But then you had old desperate Ben said, well, she looking good. She look like she happy with A Rod. But so now I'm gonna start jumping into her DMs and then mess that up for you. Alex might have been the right one for her, but she screwed that up. She wanted and who would want drunk ass Ben?
First of all, wait a minute now.
I
What
just
we got to do? None of these men made any statement about Jennifer Lopez. She went on the radio and made a statement about all of them, cloaked them all in a group, and said they incapable of loving.
that they're incapable of loving her.
Now, but this is the thing, though. All of these men is different, athletes, actors, musicians, dancers, children, whoever she date, they all come from different walks and phases of life.
Well, let's just say she ain't choose. Yeah, okay, yeah.
She ain't got a type.
She ain't got a type. Now, people can say I got a type. She don't have a type.
Warm body with a penis. That's about as high as the bar goes.
And those men is gonna admire her. I'm telling you, she wants somebody to kiss her booty every day. That's what she wants.
No, she don't. She really don't, because even the youngest guy that she has that is willing to kiss her booty is still gonna grow old to her. She needs different flavors of life. She wants the submissive, but then she wants the dominance, but she don't want it all. She wants somebody that can vacillate, to know when to take control, but also when to let her be her and be dominant. And she hasn't found that in the kind of guy that she wants. She's had the submissive guys and it didn't work. I mean, look, she was with Ohani for a year, and I'm pretty sure he was very submissive because he wasn't nobody before he got with her. And she's had the dominance also, and the Alex Rodriguez, the Ben Afflecks of the world, the Mark Anthony's most likely, and that didn't work. Mark Anthony probably was on the road, like you said, a lot, and that's how that worked. Is that he and her were busy working, and distance made the heart grow fonder until it wasn't fond anymore. I mean, because the pandemic put all of us in the house.
That's true. That's true.
And when you in the house in the pandemic, then next thing you know, you end up. I mean, and she got married. She got divorced before the pandemic or whatever. From Mark Anthony.
But here's an interesting question for you, Dr. Fight. Do you think that's most women that they want the man pretty much to be a mind reader, to know what they want, when they want it, to know when to step up and when to pull back? Do you think that's most women or most women with wealth?
Well, I think most women, especially career-driven minded women, and I wouldn't say wealth. I just think that sometimes, like if you're a team leader at work or your demand at your job is to make a lot of decisions, when you come home, you don't want to make many decisions. You want the man to be able to tell you what y'all gonna eat tonight. You want a man to be able to say, well, this is what we're gonna do. And you're happy with that because you've had to do that in your career. Right. So a more so dominant and assertive man is not a harmful thing, as long as it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? And so that's fine. A woman, I think some of your most powerful women find it very attractive when a man can put a woman in their place at times. They don't like it all the time. Like they don't like you walking around here saying, taking control all the time. But when you've had a lot going on and he grabs you up and puts you on a plane and fly you to Hawaii and say, you're gonna get a week of rest. Well, she love that. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
But he can't be dominant all the time. You know what I'm saying? Go sit down right now. You know what I'm saying? Who you telling me to sit down? I ain't ready to sit down yet. It's got to be done with discernment. And sometimes some men get it right, sometimes men get it wrong, and they're demonized for the right and the wrong, because women in and of it nature want a man who knows how to read her. You know, what we've said in the past is we've said he's got to be a mind reader. But truth of the matter is, it's about being able to read the room. It's about being able to read her attitude at the time and knowing.
I was just saying that earlier today. Read the room. No, people don't know how to read the room.
Well, and because sense ain't too common nowadays, and so you can't. If a person is giving you one word answers, obviously there's something going on there.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Especially a person that normally gives complete thought and gives and is very communicative.
Right.
But when we're not conversing and having a conversation, then obviously there's something that has caused this breakdown, and now you got to be able to explore what can you do to repair the breach of that communication instead of demonizing and saying, well, what's wrong with you? Why you don't want to talk? Why you don't? Well, that ain't doing nothing but putting more embers on the fire to make the fire higher. And I tell people all the time, in order for relationships to work, you got to have solution-driven ideas and not have ideas that's going to continue to further the argument.
But here's the thing: if you're with a partner and you know that they're not very, very talkative, and you say what's wrong, and you can get a one word responses, what do you do then? For me personally, I just said F it. I'm done. Yeah, I mean, I want to go see you a couple of times, and then at that point, I don't care.
Well, let me just say this, as because I can't take up all the rest of the time. Let me just say this: Jennifer Lopez. Nobody really cares what she got to say in her opinion.
Ooh.
I'm be honest with you, because anybody who's, and I'm not demonizing people who've been married multiple times. I know people, and I was just in a wedding about a month, 2 months now at almost this point. I was just in a wedding with one and a half of the marital party. This was their third wedding. So, the other two ended in divorce. And so I'm not demonizing people who get married multiple times. I'm just saying that you can't continue to keep getting married over and over again by not making any self-improvements so that your marriages can have a better chance of survival, especially when you are a part of the problem in the divorce. Like, divorces just don't happen because of one side is the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times there are contributory factors to both sides doing something to cause this issue.
Yep.
Now, granted, if somebody goes and cheats, that cheater can say, well, I only cheated because this person did X, Y, and Z, and it led me to cheating. Well, I disagree with that kind of rationale, only because it's still your choice. If that person led you there, then it should have led you to divorce court first before it led you to somebody else's bed. Like, have integrity to say, you know what, I shouldn't. Two wrongs don't make a right. Even if that person did something that did you wrong, that doesn't validate you to go do wrong also in that way. And so that's just my 2 cents. However, I think that we all come up with many different excuses why it's somebody else's fault or why we didn't survive in our relationship. When truthfully, if it was amicable that y'all just went your separate ways or whatever, if it had nothing to do with infidelity or didn't have anything to do with abuse in any kind of way, then the issue that I have is you got married to somebody that probably was abusive before the marriage, thinking that the marriage was going to change the abuse, and it didn't, and then you ended up getting divorced. Or you was with somebody who was a cheater, and you thought that the marriage was going to change them so that they wouldn't cheat anymore, but then you realized that it didn't, and now you're divorced. Either way, you made bad choices getting into a relationship with somebody you thought marriage was going to fix them. And really, the truth of the matter is, you can't fix anybody.
That's the best message yet.
You can't alter somebody. You just can't do it. Only God can change people. And last I checked, you ain't walked on water.
I 100% agree. But when you're young and you're getting married, the first thing that young women always say is that, oh, I can change that. Oh, I can fix him.
Well, Jennifer Lopez could say that in her first marriage, maybe her second, but 3 and 4, come on now. Come on now, you done had Diddy, Casper, all these other people riding in your valley of love. Now all of a sudden you still young? No, sweetheart. You ain't young no more. Matter of fact, you way past virgin. You ain't young any longer. You
You've
can't
been on
be using that as an excuse.
you've been on that playground a lot.
That merry-go-round done went around
Yeah.
and around
I-
and around.
And around.
let me just say this about relationship. Matter of fact, I got one more thing.
Brianna, come fit that. I got one more thing for you.
Beware. This is getting out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. I think the government need to get involved. Local, state, federal, somebody got to get involved. This is the biggest form of intrusion that you can possibly find.
Is this it right here? I think that might be it.
This is horrific. This is horrible. This is AI at its worst.
The lady in
At its worst. Let me hold on. Where is that? Let me show you this.
Red and black shirt. Do you know where she went? The lady that was with you?
That's her.
No, this lady. The lady that you were with, you were talking to?
You sure that's me?
Yeah.
Well, that's you, but I don't know her.
Let me see. She was stealing. We're looking for her.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
What is
That's-
that?
And she was.
That's like
That's
a
gotta
kiss.
be-
It sure
you
as
would
hell
know
ain't
if
me,
you got
dude.
kissed.
How the hell?
Wait, are you guys together?
What
Yeah.
do you mean?
Huh?
That was you?
No.
Well,
That was a lie.
wait a minute. Let me see.
We fucking got him.
Let me see this
But
kiss.
no, but this.
How the hell did? How the hell?
No,
See,
no,
it
I'm not-
looks like somebody's got the same shirt. I swear to God, I have no idea how that. I have never ever seen that girl. I've never even seen her. Where'd she go?
The lady in the red and black shirt. Do you know where she went? The lady that was with you?
What the heck happened?
The man was standing there by himself. They took his video off the camera and put in a woman, an AI woman, and had them two kissing. It was a fake video.
Yeah.
And then showed it to him and his old lady.
Wow.
And now she don't believe him that he didn't kiss no woman. And he like, I don't know
Yeah.
what happened.
That's a fight all the way.
prank. Talking about a harmless prank. That ain't harmless.
No. Who did it though? The person
Fake to tell the truth, and the woman think he lying because the video look real. AI has gone too far.
He said AI is going too far.
It's gone too far with the AI. But hey, fellas, listen to me. Now you can blame it on AI. Yeah, hey, that's AI. That ain't even me. That ain't no. That's AI. Damn, with that. It looked like, look, that's AI.
And you know what I'm saying? If I was a woman, I would have said to her, you know what, that's a lie. So she looked like she left his side to go find this other woman. Because she didn't believe what he was saying. He like,
It looked like she put her ring back in his pocket.
She like, he like, I don't even know what y'all doing. What is this? I wasn't with anybody.
She said, that looked like you. He said, that ain't me.
She did. Yeah.
She said, it looked like you kissing to me. I was like, Lord have mercy. The man is telling the truth, and they done AI demand.
I think somebody gonna have a fight on the way home, or that yeah.
See,
yeah.
no, that stuff that's gonna get people killed.
So how do you tell? This is what I want to. How do you? I almost can tell an AI from a real. But how do you tell an AI? What's the
It's
AI?
getting too good. It's getting gooder and gooder. This AI is getting better. Like it ain't that bad AI anymore. You know that bad AI used to have a little pixelated a little bit. You can tell that something was off. The AI voice sounded a little more robotic. You've been working on it and fixing the kinks and putting it. Now it sounds just like you. Most people think I'm talking right now. It could be an AI Dr. Fight right now doing this show. Nobody would know.
Ooh, that's scary.
That's how good. I got a guy right now in my church. He got a whole AI business. He's the CEO and he got 6 AI employees. They answer the phone. They respond to his emails. He got AI employees to run his business. He got 6 of them. for marketing and sales and all kind of stuff. And the man making the money.
Tell him to call me.
This is crazy.
Listen. I like when I'm doing stuff. I said, Lord, I need
6 hands. That'd be good for you.
right. I need like 12 hands. I'm like, God,
I ain't got to do it.
right.
Man, just like an AI of me, and she had like 6 of me.
They rectify. Tell him to call me. Cause that, yeah.
He working with my dad right now.
Man, because some days I'm just like, look here, I literally have to put my notes down on my notepad. Something. What do you got? And put my stuff in order. What I got to do, like for the next hour, the next 2 hours, get this done, man. And it's like I never get done. It's like the nighttime come out, like I just need a break today. And I'm not complaining, Lord, because you're doing beautiful things with us. But I'm like, this is one of me. This is one of me. I know. That's why tell him how he do it. I want to know.
I'll put you in the group chat. I promise you. I text him and you and put you on the group chat. Y'all can have your own little conversation.
Okay. All right.
This AI getting out of hand. That's all I gotta say. It's getting out of hand. I feel for that brother.
That's dangerous because I say you're supposed to use it to help like you said, the business, the work aspect. But to use it like that,
that's gonna get somebody.
First of all, who did that? Was that the person operating the camera? Who did that?
That man was waiting on his woman while she was in the
not his business.
I think she was in the changing room. She was trying on clothes. And they got him on video. They took that little 5 seconds. Then they took another video pre and post with a woman leaning over like she was kissing and put them two together. They boxed it out so that it didn't look like, and then next thing you know, they hit the record button on those seconds. She walked away and they stopped them and said, "We looking for this woman because she was stealing," and showed the video. And his woman was looking, was like, "Who is that? That's you." And then, they kissing. And he was like, hey, that.
Yeah. That's a fight to be had. I know that the argument did not stop inside that store because she that woman probably like, who's gonna walk with you and gonna lie about that? Who's gonna make up something like that? That's how that fight continued on. That's wrong. That's wrong and that's dangerous. That's wrong. Listen, wrong. But who did it? That's what I want to know.
If Shaggy is listening to me right now,
not Shaggy.
We need a remake of It Wasn't Me. 25 years later. 25 years later, we need it. This is that song is more. You can see me in the shower. It wasn't me. I was down on the counter. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
That was my daddy's favorite song.
I was gonna say that was her daddy's favorite song. I said, yeah, I should pay more attention.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I feel sorry for that lady because that's a fight. That man is like, what? My life just blew up for what? And I did nothing but standing here waiting for my wife to get out the changing room.
That man said, but she caught me on the counter. It wasn't me. She saw me banging on the sofa. It wasn't me. I even had her in the shower. It wasn't me. He even caught me on camera. No, it wasn't me.
Oh my God. Dr. Fight is off the chain.
All I'm saying is that brother is public enemy number one. And he needs Shaggy in this time. He just need to put it on loop. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. And he probably went home and called her family member, her sister, her brother.
Do you know what he was doing in the store? He was kissing on some little young skinny thing.
And he's like, but it wasn't me. I didn't do that. I don't know what
that AI. It had to be slanted. I know AI when I see AI, and that wasn't AI. I'm telling you, this AI
because you're right, because sometimes AI is like they used to be behind. Like when you would write something for them to say or whatever, it would always fall behind. It would always fall behind.
No, this AI getting gooder and gooder. I'm telling you. They've been working on it. They've been working on this AI. Like this is AI like what we on the 17th iPhone. So this AI like number 4. Like this is getting better. It's getting better. I'm telling you, it's so scary. We 2025. By the time 2030, nobody gonna leave the house. Nobody gonna, because AI gonna be doing everything. I'm telling you, if we don't stop, matter of fact, actors need to start petitioning Congress right now.
Well, you know, that's what the last strike was about. Is the main sticking point was AI. So they definitely on it because right, they can be replaced real easy.
Real easy. They
and-
gonna have AI actors. You ain't got to pay them nothing. They gonna be. Matter of fact, I had the same guy that I was just telling you about. That's got the 6 AI employees. He sent me a song by text message. It was a gospel song. Sounds so good. He said, I asked AI to write that and do that for me. And that's the song that AI produced. We got music being done by AI right now.
Now, and here's the thing. I said, now listen. Now I have used AI for certain things that posting that I do, and I be like, I said that look good, don't it? So I do know how some of it works. It look good, but now musical stuff, no. But some of my other stuff, yeah, I get down on it. But she said I can't do it all. You still have to kind of give them a lead and tell it what to do. So you just can't leave it all up to AI. So
AI did the music, the vocals, the background singing. They did everything. I asked him Sunday when I saw him. I said, "Hey, that song you sent me. So what did you do?" He said, "I just typed it in and AI produced that whole thing. Everything. The music, the singing, the lead vocals, the background vocal, everything." Yeah, they wrote the song, they sung the song, they did music to the song. AI did it. It's a shame.
There's definitely gonna have to be some legislation about that. So it's gonna have that you know you can only go so far with it. So I know that the actors have already started working on this. That's definitely because I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to watch a show it's AI generated. I mean I don't. Yeah. I don't want to watch a show that's AI generated. But I think you can come up with some good content. I think it helps come up with some good content.
This AI got to stop. Like I'll sign whatever petition necessary because I can see right now.
Yeah,
I can see right now somebody taking a picture of my office and putting me in my office with a foreign woman and then sending it to my wife. And next thing you know, I come home and she got divorce papers and all this. I'm like, what's going on here? It's all in love. Why you? Hint. Look at this video. Oh, look, I wasn't even at the office. Oh, wait a minute.
Don't give people no ideas. Don't give people ideas.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know that woman. Wait a minute. Security footage. We got security.
You better
call my security team.
You better pull out some Shaggy and say it wasn't me.
The security team on. Go back to the date and time with this whole. Look, I'm innocent.
Go get the man put out his house.
Oh, you better put up some Shaggy and say, "Baby, that wasn't me."
Woo, wasn't me. Wasn't me.
All right, you two, come on, let's get to y'all sports wrap for the evening. Y'all have some good sports going on. You know, I'm gonna get to brag to you, Dr. Fife, so she gonna tell you about her Los Angeles Dodgers. She gonna get to that's like one I get to tell him about when the Dodgers won this what you call the World Series. Have at it, you two. Let's go. It's sports wrap for Dr. Fight and Brianna.
That was like a week ago, so still it was Dodger City. We won 2 in Toronto. I'm clinched the World Series.
I'm really glad that they won because Toronto. I'm a Canadian brothers and sisters. I got a Canadian coming on tomorrow, so I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying I just understand the whole Canadian thing in American sports. I just don't get it. But
anyway, Dodgers won. Congratulations! They had their parade. They went back to back. First time since I think the New York Yankees.
That was an interesting game. Brianna came and she said, "Thank God." I think she was holding her breath, Lord Jesus. She was like, "Oh my God."
That is like getting them 3 outs, and they getting like closer and closer to being out, like the ball being out. I'm like, oh my God. They won. All I could do was.
Yeah. I was like, what in the world? Okay.
Double play. Anyway, it hasn't been a good. Well, yesterday wasn't good, and today was not good for Dr. Fight's Giants. Dr. Fight, would you like to talk?
I know my phone has been going crazy today.
Oh my God. I I
First of all,
wait, I
let's
gotta get
start
some
with
water.
yesterday. Let's start with yesterday. First of all, we were winning. We were 17-7.
They were winning.
17-7 in the third quarter. In the middle of the third quarter, our quarterback runs the ball and falls on his helmet. And they take him in for concussion protocols. They deem he has a concussion. Now, he is a rookie and is led his team to be winning 17-7. You put a two-time Super Bowl quarterback in the game in Russell Wilson.
And it all went to pot.
Oh, that was
And we lose 20-24. You're telling me in a quarter and a half you only produced 3 points. 3 points. And you're supposed to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. He need to retire. Let's go ahead and just start there. Russell Wilson need to retire right now, today. I know Rob Gronkowski signed a one-day deal to be able to retire with the New England Patriots today, but Russell Wilson needs to sign a one-day deal with the Seattle Seahawks and retire tomorrow.
Wait, I'm lost. So why you on Russell? Why? Is it about the coach?
Because the more he plays, the more he lessens his opportunity to go into the Hall of Fame. This is horrible.
But it is horrible. I will go here. It was 17-7. I just knew the game was over. I was like, and then all of a sudden I come back. I see Jackson Dart. He coming because Jackson Dart has been balling for his team. So
Make no sense. A rookie been out playing a veteran.
Right. So I was doing so I came back and I'm like, wait, what happened to Jackson Dart? So he was going to concussion protocol because he got that, and then you could just see like the whole team, their whole body language just changed when Russell Wilson got in the game. They didn't want to tackle, but they couldn't tackle. I mean, because it was a few sacks that Caleb Williams they should go Caleb Williams. He just get out of them and take off running. I mean, yeah, the whole just everything changed.
Well, what's happening with Russell? Y'all get up. What is happening with Russell Wilson?
He gotta go. He gotta go.
But wait, why did they put? But I'm trying to figure out why did they put Jameson in?
No, okay. Now, granted, Russell can't complete a pass, but Jameson throw the ball to the other team. Like I would rather incomplete pass than interceptions. Jameson Wilson last season was on national television after the game, after he played for the Cleveland Browns, talking about he gonna pray to the Lord that he stopped throwing pick sixes. And the Lord answered his prayer. But he still was throwing interceptions. He just didn't run it back to the other end zone. This is crazy. Our quarterback room looks horrible. Okay, horrible. Jackson Dart, I pray he gets well. He's able to come back. Due to the protocols, he may not be able to play this Sunday because NFL, they were sued and they paid all them billions of dollars in that lawsuit on the whole CTE and that whole brain stuff. So as a result, now don't get me wrong, Brian Daboll, I think, is a phenomenal coach. I really do. I really think he got a bad deal with Malik Neighbors getting injured, bad deal with what's his name, the right tackle getting injured, bad deal with Scatterboo getting injured, bad deal this past yesterday with Dart getting a concussion. Like some of your most all-star players are going out and you're now next man up and they're not as talented as the guy that you had before. So but in his defense of being fired, this is your third season in a row where you started 2-8.
Are we talking about coach?
Yeah, like you produced 2-8 seasons the last 3, and that ain't acceptable in New York. I mean, you gotta win. You gotta win. I don't care. And he did everything he could to try to win with what he had. He just players just kept getting hurt. I mean, you can't win without your team together. And so now I've had a lot of people ask me, who are some candidates that you would like to see them talk to. And really, that's where I'm on the fence. That's where I'm on the fence, because I was watching Sports Center earlier today. And Sports Center, Ryan Clark came on, and he was champion Lane Kiffin.
From Ole Miss?
Yeah, from Ole Miss, because he's an offensive mind. As long as he hire a defensive minded coach to run the defense, he can get the offense together and really be innovative and do a great job. And he's a quarterback whisperer. I don't think he should be the head coach, in my opinion. I'm a firm believer of college coaches coming to the NFL. Now maybe to be a coordinator to learn and then growing to be a coach, yes. And if a team does it, I don't want it to be my team. You know what I'm saying? I don't. There's only been a couple of success stories with that. The most notable success stories is with the Cowboys and Jimmy Johnson. But other than that, I think second to that success story would probably be what's the guy with the Oakland Raiders right now with the Seahawks that drafted Russell? Pete Carroll. That's probably the second best success story from college straight to the NFL. Other than that, they've been experiments that haven't worked. The next one, I can't remember the white guy's name on ESPN that it was talking. He wanted to look at see what the Cleveland Browns was going to do, and see if they can come back. Other names: Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. He also sued the Giants because he didn't get the job when Brian Daboll got it. So I doubt that happened. Jeff Hanley, the Packers defensive coordinator. Cliff Kingsbury is probably one of my favorites. The Commanders offensive coordinator, even though they haven't looked good this year, they've dealt with a lot of injuries themselves. One of my favorites is Clint Kubiak, the Seahawks offensive coordinator. I like that. I like that one. I like Robert Saleh, I think is his name, the 49ers defensive coordinator. And I really believe that they should give Steve Spagnuolo a real look at being the head coach of the New York Football Giants. And the reason why I say that is because Steve Spagnuolo was the interim head coach right after Ben McAdoo, and they had a wonderful turnout for the rest of the season under Steve Spagnuolo. They didn't give him the job. And when they didn't give him the job, they went with Pat Schumer, which was a horrible hire in the first place. And then he ended up going to Kansas City. And now look at Kansas City defense and look at Kansas City as a team. Like they have gone. He was a part of the franchise at the 2 Super Bowls that we won in the 90s, or one in the 2000s, actually. And so bringing Steve Spagnuolo back, I am a Steve Spagnuolo fan. I think he can really, especially with that defense, hire an offensive mind, maybe bring a offensive coordinator from the college ranks, maybe bring in a Brian Kelly to run the offense. But we need an offensive mind, and maybe bringing Spagnuolo in after his winning ways with New York and then his winning ways in Kansas City. I think that would be a great nod to have him come back home. And that's a New York fan. I know other New Yorkers don't want Spagnuolo, but I think that would be I would take that. I would accept that, as long as it's not a college head coach like Lane Kiffin. I've heard that name, and I let Lane go to LSU or Florida or Penn State or stay at Ole Miss, because from what I hear, Ole Miss is inking a deal that is in the north of $100 million over the next 10 years. So they're trying to finalize the deal. Also today, it looks like they're going to court. Brian Kelly has not accepted the buyout change in his contract. He wants every penny of the $54 million in his contract he's owed.
Yeah, he wants a $4 million buyout. They tried to give him $30 million, and he said no. And then I guess it dropped to $25 million if he took another job.
Was this a coaching job?
If he takes another, because he was the coach of LSU, he was the head coach of LSU, and they fired him. And by firing him, he was due $54 million as his buyout. where they're trying to lowball him. They're trying to give him 30 million, and then but if they don't do the 30 million, then it drops down to I think they said 25 million or something if he takes another coaching job.
Oh wow!
So he said bump that. So they're going to court because he wants his $54 million.
Man, who knew coaches made that kind of cash?
What is the thing? This is the same. So they.
But he signed what it was. He signed a 10-year, $95 million deal with LSU, and they fired him after 4 years.
Ooh. I mean, that was a good deal though he made from the beginning. Then that still was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and they knew what the buyout was when they hired him. Buyout's $54 million.
When did colleges get that much money? They good God.
Because they want those coaches. Jimbo Fisher, he was the head coach at Texas A&M, and he was hired by the same athletic director at LSU. And so they fired him. They had to pay him $76 million.
Scott Woodard. Scott Woodard was the athletic director at Texas A&M, and they hired Jimbo Fisher in 2017. He then moved on to LSU as the athletic director, and he hired Brian Kelly in 2021. He signed the 2 contracts. And LSU, let's see, Fisher's contract was over $76 million for his buyout when they fired him. And then now Kelly's buyout is $54 million. So between 2 schools, he has a payout that has amassed over $132 million between 2 schools for 2 years.
Wait. That is for college sports? Yikes. Ugh.
Now, don't get me wrong. I believe at the time, in 17 and in 2021, Jimbo Fisher was a great hire for Texas A&M. It just didn't work out for whatever reason. And I also believe that LSU had a great hire in Brian Kelly, because you got to remember, Brian Kelly had just come from a Notre Dame program that was contending for a national championship. Mm-hmm. And so now going to a LSU, they thought that he was going to bring the same magic to Louisiana, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason. You know, I think out of all of the jobs in college, I think Penn State did the worst. I think they did Franklin horrible by firing him. Now, granted, he hadn't won the big game, but he was the preseason number 1 ranked team this year. He had probably the number 4 recruiting class coming into Penn State. He's got a lot of talent on that team. It just hasn't manifested. You got to realize these guys are trying to coach 18 and 19, 20-year-old guys to be able to show up week in and week out and play their best football. When you're 17, 18, 19 years old, you partying on Friday night. You trying to duck and dodge, curfew. You know what I mean? Like you're not mature like that. So to put that kind of scrutiny on a coach to be able to produce a program that can continually win the way they should, it's very difficult. Even some of your greatest coaches have had teams that have not really masked the kind of success in the year that you thought that they were going to. Now, granted, you look at Ohio State. They spent $22 million on the roster last year, and they won the national championship. Money well spent. This year, they, came down on their price. I think they're hovering around $18, $19 million on this current roster. But they're the number 1 team in the country, and it looks like they're guaranteed a college playoff spot at this point. They beat Michigan, I don't know who they play this weekend, but if they beat Michigan in a couple of weeks, they're in. Whether they lose the Big Ten championship or not, they're still in. And you look at it, I mean, these teams are called to produce. Oregon is called to produce. Now Indiana has been thrown in the mix. It's called to produce. Alabama. These teams are called to be at the top of the football world every single year. Georgia is another one every single year. And then you look at teams like Clemson, who's not having a great year. Has already lost, 3 games? They lost in the beginning of the season to LSU. That was a great win at the time that it happened. But now look, LSU is horrible. So that win don't mean much. Clemson is horrible. That win don't mean much for LSU. So, do I think that Clemson's head coach is on the hot seat right now? Probably not. because he's brought Clemson more national notoriety and winning seasons than any other head coach. And so they're going to give him, continue to give him a try to right the ship and be able to win the ACC again. But the ACC is stronger with SMU being there, Georgia Tech being a better team this year. Duke continues to be strong. NC State continues to be strong. Like, Carolina is figuring it out, with the old ball coach. So we gotta really look at college sports and lessen our expectations, in my opinion. Because $132 million for fired coaches,
A lot of money.
and folk can't get their SNAP benefits. Full circle, L. Full circle. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm like, oh God. Okay.
And you got right now in football. You also got the Packers and the Eagles playing. Game just started.
Oh, game just started.
They are in Lambeau Field in Green Bay, so it's cold. They out there in the cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
They call it the frozen tundra.
Well, let's talk more so about Drake May.
Who is this?
That is the young, about to be superstar quarterback for the New England Patriots. The Patriots are 8-2.
Now, mind you, a couple years back, I think on this show, I said that the New York Football Giants should draft
Drake May.
Does that make sense for me? When he was still playing college ball.
He was still playing college ball. He came from North Carolina, is it?
That's right. The Tar.
Yeah, he came from North Carolina, and I mean, he can play.
I think we recall that.
He can play.
He a quarterback.
No talent when I see that.
He a quarterback.
Yep. And I think everybody can say like, oh, he's a pro. Well, whatever he had to work at, he played. He knows how to play.
That's right.
I mean, you watch him play and to see his progressions. I mean, he literally goes 1, 2, 3, and he goes back and he got.
No, don't get me wrong. Listen. Danielle was the quarterback at the time.
Oh God.
Now, look. Now, granted, Danielle on the winning team. He's got a great defense. They just traded for Sauce Gardner on last Monday and Tuesday.
Right. But did you see his running back? That's why they win.
He got an MVP running back that he can hand the ball off to. He can play action and actually complete a pass. Right? Now, what I said before is happening right now. Now, granted, they won yesterday. So I can't, but come on now. The Colts, I want the Colts people to hear me and hear me clearly, please. please listen to me.
Yeah, I know I'm one of them fair weather fans. So if Indiana, if the Colts win, I gotta go with my home state team. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, but the thing about it is that team is set up perfectly for Daniel Jones, and they like he's playing, and they're gonna give him another contract. He gonna finesse y'all out of another big deal.
Daniel Jones, and look at this. This is fool's gold. He got 2 wins versus a winning team.
Yeah, everything else is like the Tennessee Titans and
right. You beat the Raiders.
Right, and
is he not a decent quarterback?
No.
You want to know why he's not a decent quarterback? When you got Jonathan Taylor carrying the ball for 32 times for 244 yards and 3 touchdowns, anybody can look decent. You ain't have to do nothing.
I couldn't say it better myself.
With that, I can get back there and he got an offensive line protecting. I can get back there and throw a pass with that line.
Let's just go over his stats from yesterday. They won in overtime with a touchdown. But think about it. Listen to these stats. He threw 19 for 26 for 255 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. He accounted for 6 points out Out of 31 points scored, he accounted for 6 of them. Now, let's go to the running back. 32 times he carried the ball. He carried the ball more times than Daniel Jones actually threw the ball.
Ooh.
He ran for 244 yards. He was only 11 yards short. Now, mind you, the ball is traveling in the air and he running on the ground. And he was only 11 yards short
of what he
passed the ball for. Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns. He contributed each touchdown 6 points. 6, 12, 18. He contributed to 18 points out of the 31 points. Right. Now you tell me, does Daniel Jones deserve another contract with them stats?
Well, he's making them look good. So that's the thing.
Here's the thing.
I'm a spectator, so you are. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna let you know. Listen, I know somebody who plays fantasy football. They have Jonathan Taylor on their fantasy team. Who you think improved somebody's fantasy team? Daniel Jones? No, it was Jonathan Taylor. Because this person, they got almost 50 fantasy points off of Jonathan Taylor. Like, that's the reason they're winning. Because we don't have to go far. When they lost to the Steelers. They lost to the Steelers by 3 last week. Guess who? And you know why they lost? Because Jonathan Taylor only carried the ball 16 times for 45 yards, and they relied on Daniel Jones, and they looked like straight garbage. He had 3 touchdowns. He had 3 interceptions, 2 fumble losses.
All I'm gonna say is they got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more games left. Mm-hmm. I would dare say out of these 7 games, they got the Chiefs next week.
That's an L.
They're gonna lose. They got the Texans the week after that. I think they're gonna lose. They got the Jaguars after that. They may win that one.
They may win that one.
They got the Seahawks after that. That's a toss-up. They got the 49ers after that. I think that's an L. They got the Jaguars again. They may win that. Then they got the Texans again. I think that's an L. So I think they got 2, maybe 3 wins left out of these 7 games.
But my question is, if he's such a horrible quarterback, why is he still getting that? People are still bringing him on fake teams if he's such a horrible quarterback.
Well, so this is the thing. So the Colts was a good fit for Daniel Jones because they had Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson was the quarterback they drafted that didn't muster a man out to be. I mean, due to injuries and due to just bad play, it didn't work out. So when the Giants cut Jones and he was a free agent in the offseason, then it was a good opportunity for them to bring in a veteran quarterback to be able to help Anthony Richardson develop behind a veteran quarterback that came from the Giants. What the Colts did not anticipate was that Jonathan Taylor was going to have the kind of season that he's having. I mean, he's the number 1 running back this year. He's the Saquon Barkley this year of last year. So he is just dominating. I mean, he's winning the rushing record right now. If you look at the leading running backs or rushers in the NFL right now, his stats, he is by far the number 1 rusher by like 200 and some odd yards. I mean, he has right now 1,139 yards. Number 2 has 920. Like, and then number 3 after that is 788. So if you look at the top 5 running backs in the NFL rushing wise right now, he is almost 400, 500, almost 500 yards ahead of number 5.
Yeah.
Like, this is, I mean, it's he's having a grand season. If he keeps this same pace, he can ellipse 2,000 yard rushers, and there are not many of those in the NFL.
he has a chance to break that Adrian Peterson's record and LaDainian Tomlinson's record for total touchdowns at the rate he's going.
All right.
It's just, and that's why everybody's making like, but he's playing so well. Yeah, when you got that guy running the ball like that, and yeah, it's easy to go, oh, I got time, because most of the time the defense is scared of him.
I mean, think about 2,000-yard rushers in the history of the NFL. For O.J. Simpson in 1973, Eric Dickerson in 1984, Barry Sanders in 97, Terrell Davis in 98, and that was 2,008 yards. I mean, Jamal Lewis, 2,066 yards in 2003, Chris Johnson in 2009, Adrian Peterson in 2012, Derrick Henry in 2020, Saquon Barkley in 2024, and that was 2,005 yards. I mean, when you look at the guys who have been carrying the ball for as long as they have and haven't amassed, Emmitt Smith is not even on that list, and he played for some of the greatest Cowboy teams in all of football. Like, this guy has had 1,100 yards with 7 games left. Even if he averaged 100 yards a game, he only need 1 or 2 of those games, and I think he can do it against the Jaguars kind of defense. Travis Hunter is out for the season, so when you look at the schedule he got before him, Texans doesn't have a great running defense. He could actually get to 2,000 yards before the last game of the season.
Yep, it's crazy. But you got 3 teams in the AFC that are 8-2. Denver Broncos are 8-2. The
Which
New
they
England
shouldn't, but I get it.
Patriots, and New England Patriots, and then the Indianapolis Colts. So it's shaping up to be an interesting football season because everybody was talking about Kansas City, and yeah. I think that's what we got for sports.
All right, that's it for sports.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was a whole lot. All right. Anything else, Dr. Fight?
Nope.
All right, you all. Well, that's sports wrap. No basketball for us? Still boring?
I mean, basketball season is
Oh, still. Okay. Nothing good. All right. Well, that's it for you all for tonight. Thank you, Dr. Fight. Thank you, Brandon, for sports wrap. I'm glad with football season, though.
We got baseball season.
Oh, I'm glad baseball. Thank God, baseball season goes the whole year. I have never, but I'm glad it's done. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Fight. Thank you, Brianna, for your contribution. Thank you all for tuning in on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And keep watching, keep liking, keep watching, keep sharing. Tomorrow we have a musical artist, so join us tomorrow at 5 o'clock?
Oh, 6.
Oh, okay, 6 o'clock. Anyway, we're gonna have a Canadian musician here. Thank you guys again. Have a good night. We're gonna stay warm because it's cold as the dickens here.
You ain't freezing. Calm down.
It is cold.
Well, it's November. What do you expect?
Okay, hear that for me real quick. Dr. Fight, I'm going offline for you. Dr. Fight,